Hello everyone, welcome to a new video that I'm very excited to make, which may not seem like a big deal at first, but I think is actually a pretty big deal, which is recently I've just been made aware of a HDMI to VGA adapter that adds absolutely no display lag, at least no display lag that I can detect, and it is also recommended by Retro RGB, and I tend to trust them in these matters as well. They seem to be very thorough from their past work. And so now you have two people giving this thing the once over. I, of course, will show my input lag, display lag tests and show how it compares to playing it on your regular HDMI FreeSync monitor or whatever you're using. But in this video, not only do I want to show the testing results and basically show you that this thing does not add display lag, but what I also want to do is go over the various usages this thing can offer you, because it actually has a lot more potential than it seems. And you'll find the more you get into playing on VGA and CRT monitors, the more you'll find yourself needing a sort of adapter like this. For example, let's begin with the first obvious use of this thing, which is connecting up your PS4 to your VGA or CRT monitor. Now you can play Ketsui Destiny on a CRT or on a VGA monitor. And what is really cool about this is, according to my testing, as I'll show here, you're actually getting less display lag than if you're playing it on a FreeSync monitor. So you can actually play these things with less input lag than you have before, which is also really nice for people going for score play or trying to play these games seriously. So that is the first obvious usage of this thing that I'm already excited about, but there's actually a lot more. The second important bit of usage for this thing is getting much easier capture off of retro gaming consoles, but still playing them on your CRT or on your VGA monitor. For example, let's say you have your Super Nintendo hooked up to your OSSC, right? Well, your OSSC only outputs onto HDMI. So you got to come up with some cute ways around this if you want to still play it on a CRT monitor and capture it at the same time. You're going to be doing some HDMI splitting, or I don't know what your solution is. Me in the past, I just always played it on my FreeSync monitor because I didn't want to bother with that. But the cool thing about this now is what you can do is you can run the HDMI out of your OSSC, run it into your capture card, and then from the other side of your capture card, you can now convert that into the VGA to play on your CRT or on your monitor. So there you go. Now you're able to fully capture your gameplay and still play on a CRT, which I think is very important, especially for myself. If you're streaming or if you're making videos, you want to get good, clean captures. So that's the first very obvious usage of this thing. Another related usage of this thing that I am very happy about is that now I can actually play my arcade PCBs on my CRT, which may seem kind of silly at first, but it turns out my Super Gun and a lot of Super Guns, the more modern ones, don't necessarily output into things that are friendly. For example, what I have to do is I have to output from my Super Gun into SCART, and I run that SCART into my OSSC. Then my OSSC goes to my gaming monitor, right? But I don't have a way to get my OSSC to output onto my CRT while also capturing it. But now, again, talking about what I used before, I'm able to get captures of my arcade gameplay, but also still play them on a monitor. So that is extremely cool. I think over time, too, this thing is going to become much more important and much more required, because moving forward, pretty much all current graphics cards aren't going to output VGA natively like they used to, and so getting this onto your monitors is going to get more and more complicated. But luckily, now that you have this adapter, you can just output it HDMI, put it onto your monitor. You don't have to sit and worry about it, and it's only 15 bucks. It's not having any sort of external sources or anything like that. And so with all that said, I definitely do recommend this thing. And so yeah, I just wanted to do this little PSA on this thing because I had no idea this thing existed. I have seen sort of generic ones on Amazon, but I have no idea what the validity of those are. And I actually typed this into Amazon and it would not come up. So tracking this thing down, I don't know why it's hidden by Amazon, but it seems to be. And so I think just putting this link out there will be very useful. I'd recommend picking up at least 2 or 3 if you can. I am going to buy another one here very shortly when I get paid, because these things are going to come in handy. I'm not sure how sturdy they are, how long they're going to last, and you'll find I'm already finding that I need about 3 of them for all the different monitors, so I don't have to keep unplugging it and replugging it. Also, one quick note too is you'll likely also want to buy a VGA gender changer, because it has a male end, and usually a lot of CRTs or VGA monitors need female plugins, so you need that double female converter as well. So also be sure to buy that. I'll include a link for that as well. And so with all that said, I'll end by thanking my patrons, and if you can drop me a subscription and all that good stuff, I'd really appreciate it. Adios. So thank you to 72PCT Water, Adam Pearson, Adrian Reyes, Ukshay Watker, Dingo, Handicapped, Anthony A, Ben Wynn, Borgie22, Brian Shiver, Corio, Danielle Savage, Delta Tango 6, Disco Star Slayer, Dominic NG, Eric H, Full Set, Retro Schmupper, Geriatric, Donmaku, Hausu, Ilya, Kiwi, JLab, JBRPG, Joe Angelo, Gameboy Guru, K, Malays, Mark Toms, Maz, Meher Calendrian, Minong, Queen Charlene, Nathaniel Davis, N Electron, 9, Okla Kugels, Philip Mason, Portal 63, Ram Q, Raul, Real Skeens, Sketchy Raccoon, The Boot Rex, TRM, Sugumo, Plasmo, Yishi, and Utakaya. Thanks for watching.